If someone told you that a single knock could rewrite your entire life, you would probably laugh. Ethan Hale would have, until the night it happened to him. Ethan's life ran on precision. Same alarm, same coffee mug, same silent apartment that still smelled faintly of a life he'd lost years ago. The city outside his window buzzed with chaos, but inside everything was controlled, predictable, safe. That was how he survived after Clara died, by never letting the world surprise him again. That night, winter pressed hard against the streets. Snow piled along the sidewalks, muting the city's noise. Ethan was locking up his small consulting office later than usual, irritation simmering in his chest. He was already late, already off schedule. Then he heard it. A knock, not on a door, on the glass. Ethan turned, expecting a drunk or a delivery mistake. Instead, he saw a boy standing outside, no more than 10 years old. Thin jacket, no gloves. His breath fogged the glass in uneven bursts. The boy didn't knock again. He just waited, eyes steady, almost too calm. Ethan hesitated. Every instinct told him to walk away. This wasn't his responsibility. The world had taught him that stepping in only led to pain. Still, something about the boy's stillness unsettled him. He unlocked the door. "What do you need?" Ethan asked, keeping his voice neutral. The boy looked up at him. "I need somewhere warm," he said, "just for a minute." Ethan glanced down the empty street. No adults, no cars slowing. The city seemed to hold its breath. "What's your name?" Ethan asked. "Noah," the boy replied after a pause. Noah Reed. Ethan stepped aside, letting him in. The warmth hit Noah instantly, and his shoulders relaxed just a little. He didn't smile. He didn't thank Ethan. He just stood there, scanning the room like someone memorizing an exit plan. "You lost?" Ethan asked. Noah shook his head. "Not exactly." That answer sent a chill through Ethan, stronger than the cold outside. Ethan offered him a chair and poured some water. Noah accepted it carefully, hands shaking despite his composed face. Ethan noticed a dark bruise near the boy's wrist, half hidden by his sleeve. "Where are your parents?" Ethan asked. Noah stared into the cup. "I can't go back." The words landed heavily between them. Ethan thought of Clara, how she used to say that ignoring a moment didn't erase it, it just delayed the cost. He pushed the thought away. "Listen," Ethan said, forcing logic into his tone. "I can call someone. Police, social services." Noah's head snapped up. Fear flashed across his face, raw and unfiltered. "Please," he said quietly. "Just don't do that yet." Outside, the snow fell harder. And for the first time in years, Ethan felt the walls of his carefully controlled life begin to crack. Ethan had planned to call for help immediately. That was the responsible thing, the logical thing. Yet 10 minutes passed, then 20. Noah sat silently, hands folded, eyes following every movement Ethan made as if tracking potential danger. "Why me?" Ethan finally asked. "Why this place?" Noah shrugged. "You look like someone who wouldn't yell." Ethan almost laughed at that. Almost. He noticed more now, the way Noah flinched at sudden sounds, the way he positioned himself close to the door but not too close. Survival instincts, sharpened far too young. Ethan grabbed an old blanket from a storage cabinet and handed it to him. Noah hesitated, then took it, wrapping it tightly around himself. "You hungry?" Ethan asked. Noah nodded just once. They ate vending machine snacks in silence. The absurdity of it struck Ethan, a grown man sharing crackers with a stranger's child in an office after midnight. Yet it felt strangely right. "What happened?" Ethan asked gently. Noah's jaw tightened. "If I tell you, you might send me away." Ethan considered his answer carefully. "I won't promise what I can't control," he said, "but I'll listen." That seemed to matter. Noah spoke slowly, choosing each word like stepping across thin ice. He talked about moving from place to place, about adults who were supposed to protect him but didn't, about learning when to stay quiet and when to disappear. "I wasn't supposed to hear it," Noah said, "but I did." "Hear what?" Ethan asked. Noah looked up, eyes sharp. "Something bad. Something that makes people stop being safe." Ethan felt a familiar tightening in his chest, the instinct to retreat, but he stayed. "You did the right thing by leaving," Ethan said. Noah shook his head. "There is no right thing, just less dangerous things." The words haunted Ethan. A sudden knock at the office door made them both jump. An elderly woman stood outside, peering in. "Sorry to bother you," she said when Ethan opened the door. "I saw the light. Just wanted to make sure someone was here. It's late." Mrs. Donovan introduced herself, eyes briefly flicking to Noah. Something in her expression softened. "Cold night for a child to be out," she said gently. "Yes," Ethan replied. "It is." When she left, Noah exhaled slowly. "She's kind," he said. "Most people are," Ethan replied, though he wasn't sure he believed it anymore. As the night deepened, Ethan realized something unsettling. He wasn't thinking about how to get back to his routine. He was thinking about how to keep Noah safe, and that scared him more than the storm outside. By morning, the city had transformed. Snow turned streets into quiet rivers of white. Ethan hadn't slept. Neither had Noah. They sat near the window as dawn bled into the sky. Ethan finally made the call, not to the police, but to someone he trusted. Officer Grant arrived an hour later, calm and unthreatening. He listened. He didn't interrupt. He didn't rush. "You did the right thing," Grant told Noah. Noah didn't answer, but his shoulders eased. The process was slow, careful. Grant explained what would happen next, step by step, making sure Noah understood he wasn't being punished. Ethan stayed close, a silent anchor. At one point, Noah tugged at Ethan's sleeve. "You're not coming, are you?" Ethan swallowed. "No." The truth hurt more than he expected. Before leaving, Noah turned to him. "You didn't have to open the door." "I know," Ethan said. "But you did," Noah replied. Those 3 words carried more weight than gratitude. They were recognition. Weeks passed. Life attempted to return to normal, but something fundamental had shifted. Ethan found himself leaving lights on, letting small changes happen, remembering Clara without pain crushing his chest. Then a letter arrived. Noah was safe, temporarily placed, attending school, adjusting. At the bottom, in careful handwriting, "Thank you for not pretending you didn't see me." Ethan read it again and again. Months later, spring replaced winter. Ethan volunteered now, quietly, without announcements. He never claimed to be a hero. He simply showed up. One afternoon, while helping organize donated books, he saw a familiar name on a sign-in sheet. Noah Reed. Ethan turned just as Noah stepped into the room, taller, healthier, still cautious, but smiling. "Hi," Noah said. "Hi," Ethan replied, voice thick. They talked, about school, about plans, about ordinary things that once felt impossible. As Noah prepared to leave, he paused. "That night," he said, "wasn't the worst night of my life." Ethan waited. "It was the night I learned strangers can choose to care." Ethan watched him go, heart full and aching in the best way. Sometimes life doesn't change with loud miracles. Sometimes it changes with a door opening, a moment of warmth, and a choice not to look away. And that choice lasts forever.